Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another Sunday special from yours truly, Matt, here with Revived. And today, we're going to talk about being weird. Um, but first, I got to give a quick plug to my sponsor, Urban Boulevard. Guys, if you haven't checked them out yet, they got a cool website with a lot of cool clothing designs that you can go check out for men and women. They got a lot of cool apparel too, such as hats, hoodies, necklaces, watches. You can go check them out at www.urbanboulevard.us/. They got a lot of cool stuff for you to go check out. And plus, here's a plus for all of you guys. If you go to their website and see anything on there that you like, which I highly doubt that you won't, you can apply my promo code Maddie25, because if you do that, you'll get 25% off any purchase you make. So uh, go check it out. Go take advantage of this opportunity while it's hot. So without further ado, with my sponsor out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's episode. So today we're gonna talk about being weird, being abnormal, being a little bit out of the ordinary, especially as it relates to finding your purpose, because sometimes that's part of finding your purpose, and some people just get stuck for months, if not years, trying to find out what that is, and trying to put all the pieces together. And the reason that I think most people do that is because they might know what their real purpose is, but they don't want to initiate on that. They don't want to execute on that because it might be a little bit weird. It might be out of alignment with the rest of society, because most people don't want to rock the boat, and that's the truth. Most people, they just want other people to like them. They just want to look good on paper. They just want to be popular. That's why you see so many people go into debt for houses and cars. All the latest gadgets and gadgets and toys. So that they can flex it around and try and impress their friends, right? Because no 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 nobody wants people to not like them. They don't want to be you don't want to be an outcast, right? And you don't want people to look at you sideways. And I totally get this too, because I started Revive 6.5 years ago with the intent to make this my full-time career, to make this my full-time business. And throughout the years, I've gotten shit on, I've gotten looked at sideways, and I've been told, can't do this. This is just it's just too much. I don't think you'll see any success out of this. And here I am, and this channel is growing more popular, and the more and more I do it, the more and more that I do these videos, the more confident I feel in my ability to speak my mind um, and to get these messages out effectively. And and for me, it's all worth it. I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that my life is great right now. I mean, it could definitely be a lot worse for sure, but it's definitely not where I want it to be. But I know that I'm going to get there someday, and that someday might be right around the corner. But you guys always have to think that the process might hurt, and it might feel uncomfortable, and you might get a lot of weird looks from people. You might not gain any friends. In fact, you might even lose some friends in the process. But in order to really find your purpose and and initiate on that, that's just what it takes sometimes. Um, and I mean, whatever that weird thing is might actually like affect some positive change in our world. I mean, if you look at people like Steve Jobs or Walt Disney, think of any famous person, any business famous CEO or business owner that started that started a multi-million dollar business, or if not a multi-billion dollar business. Think about the process they went through. Think about all the haters that they had in their life. Think of think of how many times they got shit on by other people. I mean that's just how it works. That's honestly what it takes to not become unique, because I mean a lot of people like to look at like being gifted or being different as like you're some alien or alien from outer space or some angel sent down from heaven. And of course none of that's true. And the same thing could be said for self-love. Like a lot of people think, or some people might think, when I talk about self-love, that I'm talking about like patting yourself on the back for not accomplishing anything, or just sitting on your ass and eating Cheez-Its all day and watching reruns of House of Cards. That's not what I mean when I say self-love. What I mean by when I say love yourself is to exactly what it says, actually love yourself. And part of loving yourself is taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, making sure that you're going to the gym, making sure that that you're reading a lot. If college isn't really your thing, which it wasn't really for me. For some of you guys that might know, I'm a college dropout and proud of it, because most of these colleges, they're just indoctrination camps. And honestly, like, I dodged a huge bullet. I'd much rather be in the position that I'm in right now, which is not a great position, but it's still better than being in the position that I'm in right now and drowning in thousands of dollars in student debt. Honestly, I'll take the first choice. But that's honestly part of the deal. It's if if you're in a position that's similar to me, and you're struggling right now, and you're starting to get really frustrated, just understand that this is what you signed up for, and this is just part of the process. And one of the things that there's a guy that I follow, that I listen to on occasion. His name is Andy Stump, and I listened to a podcast that he did a year ago with a guy named Greg Anderson. And they talked about, because Greg Anderson, he's the police officer that got fired a year and a half ago for making a video about police officers and enforcing tyrannical mandates. And he went on Andy Stump's podcast and talked about starting his own podcast. And there's something that Andy Stump said that, like, at the time I kind of was like, whatever, like, kind of ignored it. But in hindsight being 2020, I'm starting to agree with what he said, because I'm currently in that process. But here's what he said. I'm going to go ahead and quote him right now. And this isn't his exact quote. I'm just paraphrasing. But here's what he says: "If you don't enjoy the process, then why are you even doing it?" And it doesn't matter what the process is, what's part of the process, or how long the process takes. You gotta love the process first before you can start to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And eventually people are going to start coming around. I mean, people came around for Walt Disney, for Steve Jobs. Why not you? Why not me? So, guys, you got to take a risk. You got to just jump in head first and just see how it goes. And any trial and error that comes your way, which 99 times out of 100, that's what's going to happen. Try and learn from those mistakes, instead of dwelling on them and using them as a crutch to not move forward with what you want to do. So anyway, guys, how good are we on time right now? Oh, okay. Much better than I thought it was. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it right there for you guys. And before I wrap this up, I got to go ahead and quote some scripture here, as I have to do with any Sunday specials. So, as some of you guys know, this is like a version of church that I'm trying to start. That's a little bit different. That's not like a traditional church. That I'm trying to start by doing videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and read off of Ephesians 2:10, which, by the way, this is a letter written by Paul after he got out of, or it might have been before he went to prison. I don't know. Some of you guys that went to seminary could probably correct me on this if I'm wrong, but this is his letter to all the leaders, all the world leaders out there, wanting to effect some real change and preach the good news of Jesus dying on the cross and so on and so forth. So Ephesians 2:10, here's what it says. For we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus, so we can do good things he planned for us long ago. So when he says masterpiece and good things, it doesn't mean work as an accountant for the rest of your life, 40 hours a week, so that you can just pay the bills and be completely unhappy with the rest of your life. What he means when he says that is anything that you set your mind to that you think could really be used for the glory of God. Do not hesitate. Act. Do something. And just put yourself out there, and you'd be surprised what results come your way. You'd be surprised how many people actually come around when you do. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at that. If you like these videos, make sure that you subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at it's Matty_Ice. And then I have a TikTok handle that you can go check out for more videos as well, called Matthew Knight 500. But until next time, guys, I hope you have a good one. And just have faith in yourself and expect good things to happen in your life.